So do you really need a waterproof case for the iPhone 7? It's waterproof, right? Well, no it isn't. But in short, if you're doing vacationing stuff, planning on doing some swimming, snorkeling, taking some underwater footage, I would still recommend you get a waterproof case. On the flip side, on a day-to-day basis, if you're an office worker or you're afraid of dropping it into a puddle while you're walking around, then no, I don't think you need a waterproof case for your iPhone 7. Even going to the bar, and I guess the bar is kind of on the thin line of stuff, because if you are a person who drinks a lot and decides to show everybody how waterproof your phone is by putting into the drink, then yeah, you should probably get a waterproof case. But other than that, you probably don't have to. Now, I'll elaborate on my opinion in a few minutes. You might be wondering why I'm making this video. It's because I've been doing a lot of waterproof case reviews lately, and I see a lot of comments about why would you get a waterproof case for your iPhone 7? It's waterproof. Again, it's not.
Real usage. Real reviews. MobileReviewsEh.ca.
At MobileReviewsEh.ca, we, as the brand, base everything we do on actual usage, but the person who actually does it all is me, so I use I. And I guess I could use we, because Monty does help as well. But with waterproof cases, we're probably one of the best sources for reviews for those types of products, because we've been personally taking them to the ocean since the iPhone 5s. Now, when the iPhone 7 was introduced, I was very excited to see Apple add a higher level of water protection to the new iPhone. Now, this wasn't surprising to me, and the iPhone 6s was actually fairly water resistant, and so is the iPhone SE. Now, people kind of took this out of context and assumed that it was going to be waterproof, and it's not. If you go to their site, Apple says that the iPhone is rated to IP67. All these waterproof cases, they're rated to IP68, and that one digit, the 7 and the 8, does make a difference. With the IP67, technically you can submerge it into a meter of water for 30 minutes. So that means any dip in the toilet, any dip in the sink, if there's no impact, if it's just like you place it into the toilet and you place it into the sink, you can keep it there for 30 minutes. But anything past that point, so if you were to go swimming, if you were to go snorkeling, you're going to need a waterproof case. Now, with the IP68 rating, there are different levels of IP68 protection. With the Ghost Tech Atomic, it's IP68 rated, but it's only to 4 feet or 1.2 meters. The Catalyst waterproof case, this is IP68 rated as well, and it's rated up to 33 feet. So there's a big difference. Most cases, like your Life Proofs and your Dog and Bones, are rated to about 2.2 meters or 6 feet. Right? And so it still works it definitely works for swimming, but snorkeling, I would go with a Catalyst case. Here is another way of thinking about it. My Wilcox leather boots are almost waterproof. They're very water resistant. They could be waterproof if I put more stuff onto it. Now, I can take Monty out for a walk during a winter thaw and really not worry about water getting into my shoes if I'm walking on the sidewalks and crossing the streets. If I'm walking in direct snow during the thaw, the boots are going to get wet after a while. Not immediately, but if I keep walking, my feet are going to get wet. Now, if I want to keep my feet dry, I'm going to have to actually use actual winter boots that are waterproof, like these Sorels. They're going to keep my feet warm and they're going to keep my feet dry. So the Naked Wilcox boots are like the iPhone 7, and the Sorels are like these waterproof cases. Definitely keeps it waterproof. This one, So what does this mean for us as consumers? Well, there's a very fine line that can be drawn, is that if you're worried about water damage to your iPhone because you're going to drop it in the sink, then don't with the iPhone 7, because it's got a water resistance rating. IP67 rating. I will note that if you drop your iPhone a couple times on dry land and then drop it into the water, there might be a chance that that rating actually degrades. All the IP rating systems are based on laboratory settings, so it's not even close to real life. Like, water testing is set into a tank gently, not splash. This means you get to save $30 to $40 on a case, because everything here, I've got like $600 worth of waterproof cases, and there's 6 of them. Slim cases usually sit around 30, 40 bucks, so you're saving yourself a good amount of money by not going with a waterproof case. And another positive thing about not going with a waterproof case is that every one of these cases, there is an issue with the call quality and the sound quality. The buttons are generally a lot tougher, except for the Ghost Tech Atomic. That has really nice iPhone feeling like buttons. Everything else you have to kind of push through a 1/4 inch thing of rubber, so it degrades the usability of the iPhone in the screen. And the Life Proof Free still scrambles the Retina HD screen of the iPhone. Like, it blows my mind that that still happens. Now, most waterproof cases have wrist strap attachment points. Now, this is important because it allows you to keep your iPhone attached to your body while freeing up your hand. Some of the cases, like the HitCase Pro, ProShot, and the Optics XD, also have swappable lenses, which makes your underwater camera footage that much more awesome. So the thinking I'm adopting for the iPhone 7 is that a waterproof case is going to be an accessory that you get to take your iPhone further, not for day-to-day protection, because you really don't need it. If you want good, decent protection for your iPhone 7, get a slim case and get a plastic screen protector. Those two things will definitely protect your iPhone from, I'm gonna say 95% of the stuff that you're gonna do to it. Now, the last thing I will say is that even if you're not sold on the idea of a waterproof case and you're planning on going on vacation, the iPhone 7 Dry, like right now, handles like a wet bar of soap. It's pretty slick. It gets even worse when it's just a little wet. Now, could you imagine swimming in like 10-meter deep water? There's coral down at the bottom and there's fishes swimming around, and you're trying to hold on to this while you're swimming and trying to like film stuff? There's no, like, I would lose iPhones left, right, and center, right? Just from an even practicality standpoint, being able to attach your iPhone safely to your body. And plus the ocean and the, I guess, seas, they're made from salt water, and electronics and salt water do not mix. They are mortal enemies. And as I said earlier in the video, there's a good chance after you drop it a bunch of times that IP whatever rating that you want to go with probably isn't even adhered to, because stuff gets loose, things move around, and well, your phone's gonna die. So that's kind of all I got for waterproofing and the iPhone 7. If you're wondering what the best cases are, again, I've reviewed a bunch of them. You can find them out in that video. The links are in this eye over here. This is a beer that Monty is sitting behind. He is wearing his fashionable handkerchief that has MobileReviewsEh.ca on it. Right, buddy? Yeah.